Hello and welcome to DROIX. Today we are checking out the Beelink SER3, which comes in 8GB and 16GB models. We will be unboxing it, taking a look at its features, then running some system benchmarks to see how much of a performance difference there is between the two. As always, let's start with the unboxing. Inside we have the Beelink SER3, which we will take a closer look at shortly. Underneath is a user manual which is in multiple languages including English, German, Spanish and Italian. Next there is a power supply. We will include the correct adapter for your country when you order from us at DROIX. There are two HDMI cables. One is very short and can be used when the mini PC is using the mounting plate on the back of your display. And last but not least, there is a mounting plate and screws. Beelink SER3 measures around 4.9 by 4.4 by 1.5 inches and weighs around 470 grams. On the front are two USB 3 ports, a USB Type-C port, 3.5mm headphone jack and the power button. On the back are a gigabit Ethernet port, two USB 3 ports and two HDMI ports for dual monitor support. There is also space inside for a 2.5-inch hard drive or SSD. Beelink SER3 has an AMD Ryzen 7 3750H with 4 cores and 8 threads running up to 4 GHz. For the graphics you can find a Radeon RX Vega 10 running up to 1400 MHz. There are two configurations for the RAM and storage. There's 8GB of single channel DDR4 RAM and 256GB of storage. There is also an option for 16GB of dual channel RAM and 512GB of PCI-E NVMe SATA SSD. Both models have Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 4 for wireless communications. We start our benchmarks with PassMark, which tests the CPU, GPU, RAM and storage to their maximum performance to give us an artificial performance score. The 8GB model scores 2616 and the 16GB model scores 2882. You can see that the 16GB model has a noticeably higher performance across the 5 sets of tests. PCMark is more of a real-life series of tests which include day-to-day tasks. These include benchmarking the performance of web browsing, working with Office documents through to image and video editing. The Beelink SER3 8GB model scores 3626. The 16GB model scores 3747. Whilst these are not gaming mini PCs, they are powerful enough for tasks such as video decoding and image rendering, which is important for media consumption and even web page rendering speed. The SER3 8GB model scores 599 and the 16GB model scores 658. The Beelink SER3 models are also very capable of handling 4K video. We are running a 4K test video and as you can see it has no issues with performance and looks amazing. Let's have a quick recap of the benchmark scores. The 16GB model outperformed the 8GB model by a fair margin, with 7% difference on PassMark, 3% on PCMark and 9% on 3DMark. Despite having the same processor, the extra performance found on the 16GB RAM and storage helped to give a decent boost up to 9% difference. This can be a noticeable difference with your day-to-day tasks from booting up Windows, running software, as well as loading and saving large documents for example. It's definitely enough of an increase in performance to make the 16GB model the one to choose. We hope you have found our Beelink SER3 review useful in deciding which mini PC to buy. You can learn more via the product linked in the video or in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you back in our next video.